this is another best practice that you could use to make sure that nobody stacks anything top of your pallet, right? I mean, if you're shipping a specific product or a few pallets through a carrier, this often happens in the when you ship something to a retailer, and the retailer, right? Obviously, these retailers have a large volume of product that they sell through their stores and that they pick up from their vendors as well. So what they do is they optimize, right, using something called dynamic routing, and they optimize that pickup, and then they bid those transportation contracts to carriers, and the carriers take the contracts, and they follow a fashion, right? They go to stop one, pick up 2-3 pallets, and then go to stop 2, pick up 2-3 pallets, and then go to stop 3. So like that, they are picking up, and they might come to you. I mean, if you are a you have a really nice product, and you're manufacturing that product, and you're selling it through a retailer, they'll come to you, and you got to ship it through that carrier. So at the time, if you have certain product, right, you don't want anybody stacking anything on top of that product. You have to clearly put that notice saying do not stack, right? And we had a very interesting customer. These guys had a bathroom vanity. It's a fancy bathroom vanity, and obviously, right, we all know the top of the vanity is a porcelain or a something heavy material that's made, like polished material that's made, that where the faucet goes on. So that portion is heavy, and the bottom portion is light. So these guys would put all kinds of notes saying that do not stack, and they'll do extra packing, and so much care was taken to make sure the product is packed nicely, so it's delivered in a pristine condition without whatever, right? No scratches, no damages, no dents. It's delivered to the customer. So these guys were doing that, and they would, on top of it, they would put this do not stack label, and the carrier would not follow it, and it would often arrive damaged at the customer, and the customer would be pissed. So these guys started putting do not stack, and that's the reason why they were taking pictures in the first place using digital camera. And when we showed our load proofs, we were like, wow, this is awesome. And they immediately switched. They called us back in 1 hour, and then they set it up. So that was it was that talks about the value prop for a product manufacturer like that. So the point is that when you guys use that do not stack label, it's important to use those do not stack labels, and also take pictures. And there are so many other labels that you can use. Do not stack, do not double stack, fragile, heavy, caution, right? And then you can that do not stack is such a big deal in products like this, because if they stack and the damage happens, right, then the carrier is liable for that damage. You guys can go and submit freight claims. So it's really important to make sure the carrier follows it, or whoever is moving that, loading that, they follow that. So sometimes you can even if you want to make sure, right, it's religiously followed, you can even keep a do not stack cone on it. So the cone is like sharp, and if someone places something on top of that, if the cone is damaged, you can say, hey, somebody placed it, or if they place a lightweight item on top of it, that product is going to get damaged, right? So people would pay attention to that. So it's a good idea to apply all these labels, and there are labels that even mark the pressure points of the product. I mean, where the heavy product should not be placed, and things like that, right? And you can find those, Google those, and it's also available in Uline. So hopefully this is helpful. And the reason I keep saying Uline is because I've been there myself many times to buy all these packing materials, and that's worked out really well for me. While we ship our product, wearables, and tablets and things like that, and mobile devices as well. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Please subscribe to our channel, share this with your friends and coworkers, and post comments. If you need anything else, please feel free to ask in the comments, and we'll be happy to, we'll be happy to, do our best to, post such videos. And hopefully this is helpful, and let's know what you think. Thank you for your time.